108.9, 0161 MCR Crime Radio FM, Manchester's nocturnal frequency.
Yeah. Woke up this morning, sky was grey again. Check the forecast, said the same till next weekend. Grab me jacket, grab me brolly, grab me nerve. Stepped outside and got a face full for the swerve. Every puddle on the pavement knows me name. Every bus stop shelter feels like home again. But there's something about the city in the wet, makes you feel alive, makes you never wanna forget. It never stops raining in Manchester, but we wouldn't have it any other way. The grey skies and the puddles and the thunder are the reasons that we choose to stay. Let it pour, let it pour, let it pour. We got pints inside and we don't need the sun. It never stops raining in Manchester, and that's why we're second to none. Me nan says she remembers when the sun came out, 1976 for half an hour, no doubt. The whole street came outside and stood there staring at the big bright yellow thing that no one's wearing. Then the clouds came back and everyone went in, put the kettle on and life began again. But there's something about the city in the wet, makes you feel alive, makes you never wanna forget. It never stops raining in Manchester, but we wouldn't have it any other way. The grey skies and the puddles and the thunder are the reasons that we choose to stay. Let it pour, let it pour, let it pour. We got pints inside and we don't need the sun. It never stops raining in Manchester, and that's why we're second to none. And they can keep their sunny Costa Dale, whatever. Give me Fallowfield in February, any weather. Wet through to the bone but smiling ear to ear. That's the Manchester way, and we've been doing it for years. It never stops raining in Manchester, and that's why we're second to none. It's raining, it's raining, it's raining again. Wouldn't change it for the world.
Right then, got our kid on the decks, don't touch that dial. Anyway, the Dibble's on the hunt for a bloke who nicked a brew from Greg's, and he's got a warrant for his arse. Sorted. You can't mither me, I'm buzzing with proper scran and a dead good brew. Keep it real, cock. You're on 108.9.
lads, it's Gaz here. Right, the football. Inside Man City's rebuild and plan for life without Guardiola, I can hear Gaz celebrating from here, or is that screaming?
Bringing the pace up on the 0161.
Yo, Curry Mile calling. Friday night on the Curry Mile, the neons are blazing. 47 restaurants and everyone's amazing. Well, that's what the signs say, with 5 stars from a mate who definitely isn't the owner's cousin Evaluate in his own plate. But the naan-bread's fresh and the boona's on point, and there's nowhere else on earth like this beautiful joint. From Russia meat to long sight, the aromas fill the air. Cardamom and coriander floating everywhere. We're the Spice Boys of Manchester, Madras, Vindaloo and Manchester. Papadum, naan bread on the side. Mango lassi cool us down from the fire inside. We're the Spice Boys and we're out tonight. Curry my crew and the budgies right. Bring a fire in the morning but we do not care. Spice Boys, everywhere. Ordered a field cause Dave said he was hard. 3 minutes later he's crying in a car park yard. His face is on fire and his dignity is gone, but he'll do it all again next Friday come the dawn. The waiter brings the bill and it's surprisingly cheap. Everyone tips heavy cause the service was sweet. Stumble out at midnight with a belly full of heaven. The Curry Mile does it again, it's Manchester's number 7. We're the Spice Boys of Manchester, Madras, Vindaloo and Manchester. Papadum, naan bread on the side. Mango lassi cool us down from the fire inside. We're the Spice Boys and we're out tonight. Curry my crew and the budgies right. Bring a fire in the morning but we do not care. Spice Boys, everywhere. Tikka masala, Korma if you can handle the power. Jafrezi for the brave at heart. The Curry Mile is Manchester's art. Spice Boys, everywhere. Table for 6 please. Is that with rice or chips? Rice obviously. This is Manchester, not Blackpool. Someone's going Greg's. Every office, every building, every warehouse, every site. At precisely 9:30 the mission starts, alright. Someone stands up from their desk and says the magic words, and suddenly the whole place comes alive like a flock of birds. Steak, bake, sausage roll, or a festive if you're lucky. Yum yum for dessert, and a coffee if you're plucky. The list goes round the office like a sacred document. Everyone's got special orders and an eminence. Who's doing the Greg's run? Who's doing the Greg's run? It's the most important job in Manchester today. Who's doing the Greg's run? Get me a sausage roll and make sure it's hot, okay? Steak bake, don't forget the steak bake. 3 sugars in the tea and a yum yum for Dave's sake. Who's doing the Greg's run? Karen wants a chicken bake but only if it's warm. Steve wants something healthy, so a salad and a corn. But we all know that Steve will crack and get a pasty. Last time he had 2 and felt a little bit nasty. The new lad doesn't know yet this is how it works. The most important hierarchy is the Greg's run perks. You do the run, you earn respect, you earn your stripes. You come back wrong, you'll hear about it for your life. Who's doing the Greg's run? Who's doing the Greg's run? It's the most important job in Manchester today. Who's doing the Greg's run? Get me a sausage roll and make sure it's hot, okay? Steak bake, don't forget the steak bake. 3 sugars in the tea and a yum yum for Dave's sake. Who's doing the Greg's run? And when the Greg shuts down, the whole of Manchester frowns. No sausage rolls, no steak bakes, we're having absolute breakdowns. Who's doing the Greg's run? Get me a sausage roll and make sure it's hot, okay? That'll be 1473, please. 1473.
Right, this next one came in as a request from Nana Pat in Didsbury. They say it's their anthem. Here it is. Our Kid. You asked for it. Our Kid. Grime Radio FM, the frequency. Right, weather. Fog over Manchester tonight. 4 degrees. Feels more like 7 though. 22 mile an hour winds coming off the Pennines. Standard Mancunian misery. Right, the forecast. Overcast clouds. 12 degrees outside. Feels like 11 because Manchester hates you. 10 miles per hour winds. Lovely stuff.
Don't look for me behind the armed rail. There's been 3 reports of violent crime. Someone's pulling strings. I'll call back when it's safe.
Keep it locked. We're just getting started. Right then, chuffed to be back, even though I'm still chuffed. I got out that chippy tea last night. Anyway, Summit's up with the bins again, because it's the same old, right? Jinnel's got a new vibe, but it's still hanging in here. Tough for listening, now else to say. 108.9. Quick transport check. Road closure near Piccadilly. Emergency roadworks. The cones have cones. Manchester's roads, where dreams go to die in traffic. Big up Stay and the Southford Scuttlers. Keeping it real since day one. Metrolink Premium. Same tram, same delays, but now with a loyalty card. Collect 10 cancellations, get your 11th free. Metrolink Premium, moving Manchester forward. Slowly. City update, the hope is there how Man City just kept themselves in title race. Gaz just sent me 14 texts about it. The man needs a hobby. This is Crime Radio FM. Your ears are now accomplices.